between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now.
At the 34-yard line.
Ready, break.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no run play, won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, That gets your point in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Troy Anderson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Terrell Lewis from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 22.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The result there is the offense is going to come back on the field. A first down as they get 12 on the fake punt. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Stafford's throw is complete into the hands of Higbee. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
10 more yards. Complete to Tyler Higbee. 10 yards on the
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
30-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. On the counter, this is Akers. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down. They'll go again here with Akers. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here's one of the longest tenured members of the Super Bowl champs, Tyler Higbee, making the first down. 7th year as a starter for L.A. Just a stable presence for the Rams at the tight end spot with a dash of dynamic plays along the way. One of those starters who may be overlooked, but a key part of why they won the Lombardi Trophy.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Double right. Middle.
Akers is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. 4th down, and we go from one mat to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. And Gay knocks this one through. So Lindbergh gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately that's all for just a field goal.
Maybe they were closer. I knew there was such a temper, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going deep here for Watkins. Touchdown, Falcons! He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Atwell now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He was brought down by Richie Grant. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Throwing is Stafford. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A good decision in the end to pull and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, That's run the football. So you don't just stack.
He's got a man complete. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Falcons. Quez Watkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL-caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Atwell now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, middle.
Now Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half hit.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ridder as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Atwell now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for a white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 52 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Atwell now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing again at Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1. But this is 1st and 10 right now. Now Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Arnold Ebiketie brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Gay's kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hunger group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
Slot man moves right.
The 12-yard line.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
On fourth down, Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And how about the big boy showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, When there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and they're rumbling. You can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. They'll set up a throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the
touchdown. Devontae Smith from 3 yards out. And the Falcons are on their way to a 2-0 start. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Atwell now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 27.
Stafford on first down. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
6-yard pickup brings up second and 4. At the 21-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford. And now here is another interception. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard. They see what they can accomplish.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On the set.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's brought down.
First down. Complete to Devontae Smith.
Back to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Atwell now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Rams take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But and my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
He's got his tight end, Anthony Firkser. First target, first catch, and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arms. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Atwell now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. After the sack on first down, Stafford hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll send the tight end in motion. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Richie Graham. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it?
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll set up to throw. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got Pruitt. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll look to throw again.